Hey guys, this show is so funny and it feels so much like home, especially for growing up in East LA. Never see, there's very few shows like this. What was it about working together to put a show like this out on television?
Oh, just wanting to tell like a really original offbeat story and wanting it was great to work with Fred because our with him and the showrunners, our vision really aligned in wanting to tell a story that felt a little offbeat, irreverent, but also grounded in a way, and also in a way to present it cinematically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're real big fans of presenting comedies to look like films.
awesome. And Fred, jumping on the project and working with Chris, what was that like for you?
Oh, well, I was already a fan of his, but more than that, like the message that, if you want to call it a message, that he wanted to get across about this version of Los Angeles was something that I was really into, but also curious about. Because I love Los Angeles, and I really wanted to know that that world isn't just one dimension.
Yeah.
And that's what hopefully the show will convey.
Yeah. And it definitely shows that because it really felt like things that I saw in my neighborhood growing up, and it really felt grounded to me. Chris, what was it like bringing your comedy and bringing in these people with Frankie Quinones, who you've worked with at different comedy clubs? What was it like to work with everybody to put the show?
It was great. It was really cool to just find people who felt authentic to the world. Especially with Frankie, having he's such a talented guy, and having known him for quite a few years as a stand-up comedian, we worked at clubs together. So yeah, it felt really cool. And as far as bringing my stand-up comedy, it was really cool. It was also one thing I also appreciated was bringing in my point of view
Mhm.
and bringing in tastes and influences, and you know we were really inspired by the Coen brothers, so wanting to bring in an element of like things that feel a little weird and offbeat, but also really inspired by other people like Jaime Hernandez and Gilbert Hernandez from the comic book series Love and Rockets, and also bringing inspired by Fred to work as well.
Mhm. Awesome. And Fred, representation is so important. And growing up, I never saw shows like this. How important is this show to tell real stories like this about these different neighborhoods?
Um, for me, it's just more about finding things that are unexplored. Simple as that. Like just where you'd see a documentary about a brand new part of the world. To me, that's like the same kind of thing. It's just like, hey, what's this? I haven't seen enough of whatever this is, and it would be, it's the element of like surprise. I like the sort of like surprise of that.
Yeah, awesome. And Chris, I wanted to ask you because I read when I was doing my research, I read the tagline and talking about they're pretty much talking about the character being a punk ass bitch. And I was like, it felt so good because I was like, it felt like somebody from the hood just wrote it for you. And,
Yeah,
and how does it feel to give that authenticity to this project? Because I think it's going to really resonate to a lot of people.
yeah, it felt good. I mean, it was just that punk ass bitch thing was just a joke that I wrote in stand up. But I think hopefully what people watch when they watch the series is that the character Julio, there's this conception that sometimes in these working class neighborhoods like South Central Los Angeles, East Los Angeles, Compton, all these neighborhoods, is that you're either a gangster or a wimp. And that's not really true. And I think Julio as a character kind of represents the middle area of a guy who's just kind of a regular dude who has existential problems.
Mhm. Last question for both of you. What can you tell the Muse TV audience to really support this show? Because the writing is so well done. It's visually shot amazing. What can you tell the Muse TV audience to get them to?
Well, I think that it's a really funny, unique show. I think it's a really funny, irreverent, unique, smart comedy. I think it's really unexpected.
I really,
Yeah, same. Unlike anything you've seen before, and our main goal was for it to be funny and to hear Chris's comedic voice, and I think we delivered on that.
yeah. And I agree. Thank you so much, both of you, for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing it.